talk about today. So invite someone, invite a friend, invite a brother, so that someone could be able to understand this simple concept. Is a very simple business concept. A very simple business concept that anyone could be able to understand. And apart from understanding it, maybe someone could be able to pick maximum interest in the opportunity. I just want to get into it so that maybe here and there we can be able to understand the concept. So if you're already on the call, please share the link with someone. Yes, so that we can start. So that we can start. So that someone maybe can be able to understand the concept, the Oracle DAO concept. The Oracle DAO concept. So let's share the link. 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 Let's share the link so that we start in 2 minutes from now. Sorry for the delay. Those that are watching us onto our YouTube channel, the Crypto Ambassadors, those that are watching us onto our social media platforms across the globe, you are basically the most important guest for today. And it is more than a privilege for us to be speaking to you today. So we cannot take you for granted that you are here. We believe that by the end of this call, we shall be speaking the same language. We shall be speaking the same language. But today, not more than before, I want to talk about the Oracle DAO concept. Because I've said it several times, and I usually say it that cryptocurrency is innovative technology. It is you being able to understand the concept of that certain cryptocurrency. And once you understand the concept and you fall in love with the concept, then trust me, the rest is history. Mami. So the concept is everything. So the reason why we are here today is basically uh, the, I'm coming. Sorry guys, my daughter is very tough. Kanzije baby. Kanzije, daye waka. Okay, so let's understand the concept. The concept that the concept basically that happens in every different cryptocurrency. And usually I want to build my concept of understanding of the Oracle DAO ecosystem on a cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. If you're on the call and you are familiar with Bitcoin, give me a yes in the chat. Whether you are watching us on YouTube, whether you are watching us on TikTok, whether you are what's up? Whether you are watching us on TikTok, whether you are I don't know, my network was cutting. But okay, we move. Sorry for that. My network was cutting, but I hope I'm back. I hope I'm back. Okay. Now the concept. Those of you who are familiar with Bitcoin, but maybe you are not concentrated in the concept of Bitcoin, it is very important for you to basically understand that Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. And I know most of you You are familiar with that. That in 2008, Bitcoin became the first cryptocurrency. Water is very tough today. I don't know. Kanzige mami. Kanzige mami. So Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. And since it was the first cryptocurrency, it introduced something that most of the cryptocurrencies are picking up. Number one, I know most of you, you know very well. Okay, let's go. Let's go, okay. Sorry, guys. My daughter is very tough. She's chasing me out of my car. But then, anyway, we move. So, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. And basically, it also had some precautions, let's say. And these precautions were mainly about how people could know about Bitcoin. And Satoshi Nakamoto created 21 million Bitcoins. But it could be a question to ponder that why did he not create 100 million? Why did he create 21 million? All of these questions that are being pondered basically sit back to a very important question that you who's listening to me today must think about. You who's listening to me today must internalize, okay? But when he created all these social label services that could allow people access Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency, Satoshi Nakamoto decided to take a very important decision to make sure that the people who participate in the Bitcoin ecosystem are rewarded. Yes. Okay, so let me continue. I don't know. People are overcalling my device. Yes, I'm not using a PC. But my point of concern is that Satoshi Nakamoto, when he came up with the ideology of Bitcoin, the 21 million Bitcoins, he didn't stop there. He said that the people who will participate in getting this Bitcoin into circulation by maintaining its ecosystem, by verifying transactions that happen on the Bitcoin network, will be rewarded in terms of Bitcoin. And he was the first rewardee. And he rewarded himself 50 Bitcoins. In this analogy, Satoshi Nakamoto said that every 10 minutes, there will be a new block added on the Bitcoin network. And every after 4 years, over 21,000 plus blocks will be added on the network. And the people who will keep doing this will be rewarded in Bitcoin. And once this Bitcoin gets on the market, they will be able to sell their Bitcoins and be rewarded. Now, Satoshi brought the first ideology, and here people had to use high-empowered computer systems to be able to acquire more Bitcoin. So the ponder question this morning, that I want everybody to think about. Don't you see that? The only way Bitcoin comes into circulation is when the people who verify the blocks of Bitcoin get rewarded. How many of you have understood that? That the only way Bitcoin gets into the market, if you have understood that, give me a yes in the chat. That the only way Bitcoin gets into the market is when the people who verify transactions on the Bitcoin network, once they get rewarded, they bring their Bitcoins in the market. Give me a yes if that is clear. I want to enable you understand the concept. I have nothing to share. I have nothing to share with my screen. If you have understood that, give me a yes in the chat. So the only way Bitcoin comes into circulation is because there are people who verify transactions on the Bitcoin network. Simple, simple, peasy. But then, those of you who have been in the crypto market space for some time, in 2021, there was a problem, and this was highly brought by Elon Musk, who made a statement and said that there is a problem. Bitcoin pollutes the environment. And I said that unless they reduce on pollution of the environment by introducing green energy, and green energy had a new move that could reduce on the pollution of the environment being done by the people who verified transactions on the Bitcoin network. Question: why were people participating in verifying transactions on a Bitcoin network? Let me see some answers, the people you have understood. Why were people interested to participate in getting more Bitcoin into circulation? Let me know in the chat if you are following. Why do you think people decided to go into the mining of Bitcoin so that they verify transactions on the Bitcoin network? Let me see. To get rewarded. Thank you so much. To get rewarded. But this was using a lot of electricity. But now in 2020, is it 2022, 2024? Ethereum said, electricity is too much. Let us switch to proof of stake. And with proof of stake, what happens? People log Ethereum onto the Ethereum network and they verify transactions. And once they verify transactions, they get more Ethereum. Here comes the question. The people who verify transactions on the Bitcoin network and those who lock their Ethereum on the Ethereum network, can they be able to sell their Ethereum in the market? Some answers in the chat. Once they get their Bitcoin, once they get their Ethereum, can they be able to sell their Bitcoin and their Ethereum on the market? Give me some answers. Let me see. Once they get their Ethereum, once they get their Bitcoin, can they be able to sell their Ethereum? Can they be able to sell their Bitcoin on the market? Thank you, PP. The answer is yes, they can be able to sell their Bitcoin. They can be able to sell their Ethereum. Here comes the most important question. The people who are doing that work, do they mind about what price is Bitcoin or what price is Ethereum? Do they mind about? Let me know in the chat. Let me see if people are following. The people who are getting Bitcoin into the market by mining it, when they are bringing their Bitcoin on the market, do they care about the price of Bitcoin? Whether it's $100,000, whether it is 1 million. Let me know the price. Let me know in the chat. The answer is no. And why do you think it is a no? Why do you think it is a no? And the most important question I'll ask you is that Satoshi Nakamoto and Vitalik, the founder of Ethereum, do they need to control people on when to buy, on when to sell their bitcoins and their Ethereum? Satoshi Nakamoto is around. What about that the people will sell answer still remains no. Now, the business you are doing, is the bringing more tokens in two major ways. Number one, let me know in the chat. It's on and off network. It's on and off network. But can you be able to sell your tokens on the market? Can you be able to sell your tokens on the market? And why is it that you don't care about the price? Let me know. Do you care about the price? Let me know. Do you care about the price? Let me know in the chat. Do you care about the price? Why? Why don't you care about the price? Those who are saying no, and those who are saying yes, why do you care about the price? Because in other business concepts, because this is a business concept, the only way these tokens get into the market is when people lock these tokens. Does that make sense? Because tokens keep increasing. Because when your tokens keep increasing, the price doesn't matter. Give me yes. You are like a person who is transactions on the Bitcoin network that is getting more Bitcoin. And as it's getting more Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin doesn't matter. Give me a one if you now connect. You are like someone who participating in Ethereum because you are getting more Ethereum, the price of the token doesn't matter. Stop people from the concept. Does the Oracle? No, because as long as tokens is very bad. But what has the Oracle Foundation done? Yes, my network is on and off. But what has the Oracle Foundation done? The Oracle Foundation has put up an ecosystem. Even when the prices of the token can go down in the long run. Loud and clear now. Yeah, network is very bad. But am I loud and clear now or still very bad? I'm breaking. I'm breaking. Let me change location again. If I'm breaking, let me change location again. Okay. Location change. Am I now clear? I've changed location now. Am I now clear? If not, I change. Okay. Now back to the concept, because me, I just want you guys to understand the concept. The concept. When you shout, it goes off. You mean I'm here shouting for you? You man. Why are you very rude with your language? Why? So since you joined, I'm just shouting for you. Your language is a very bad one. It only needs to be applied in a toilet, but not in people. It's a very bad language. It lacks a lot of. When you emphasize, okay, there it is a little bit. There it is. Okay, but I hope now my network is. I think the challenge was the location. I hope now, is it clear now? Hey, sorry, it's okay, my brother. Is it okay? All right. Now, the concept of the business is very simple. Is that you are participating in the business to bring more tokens in circulation. Give me a one if you have understood that. Because there are other business projects, for example, I could show you several. Let's get into here. Coin market car. I hope I find one project. Okay. Let's go through. There could be several projects, but let's see if there is one. Can we all see this project called Grass and Jupiter? Now, Grass today will unlock. Unlocking means bringing more tokens in circulation. They will unlock 181 million tokens. It means that the project has an ecosystem where the founders of the project decide when these tokens will come into circulation. Look at Jupiter. Today, 53.47 million tokens will come into circulation. It means that the founders of this project are the ones that decide how many tokens and when these tokens will come into circulation. You find that the decision of these tokens coming into circulation is not determined by the investor. But here, if you have little money and you lock for a long period of time, you get more tokens. If you have big money and you want to be able to get more tokens, you can lock even for a shorter period of time. But whether you come with big money or whether you come with small money, you all get the same reward. Do we copy? The only difference, they don't say that if you are coming with $10,000, for you, you'll get 5%, and if you are coming with $20, for you, will get 0.1%. It is the same. What determines the amount of tokens you get will be how much you have brought in. Do we understand? It is not that you have come in with more money, you'll get a bigger percentage. I don't know if people are following. Whether you come in with the same money, the reward is the same. But the more time you take, the more tokens you get. But here, now these tokens are coming into circulation. They are unlocking 53.47 million tokens. They're going to unlock them in circulation. Here comes the question. Will the unlock affect the price of the token? Let me know in the chat. Will the unlock affect the price of the token? Now, some of you are in the call, but you are not following. Because I see someone is asking me which one. But what if the same system? Now, the difference with there is that they decide, the founders decide when to unlock and lock the tokens. Give me a 2. But now you, the investor, you are the one who decides how much tokens you want to unlock. And when you unlock them and bring them in circulation, you can be able to sell your tokens. And when Peter, I want people to understand, because I see people getting confused. When you come here to either buy Economy or L Bank, let me first go back to my token pocket here. When I sell my tokens, it means that even when Peter wants to join the business and he goes to L Bank, he will find more tokens. Are you able to copy, guys? Are you able to copy? That when Peter wants to start, because I started the business faster, and Peter wants to participate in the ecosystem, what will happen is that Peter will go to L Bank to buy tokens, and he will find that the tokens, how many of you are now understanding that when I come here on my what? When I come here on when I come here and I open my stake and I tap on claim, you see, people have not understood this opportunity. So I claim my bonus reward, my production, my claimable balance. I claim my tokens, and I come and I sell them in L Bank. When Peter wants to participate, Peter will go in L Bank and buy my tokens and come and lock them up. How many of you are now understanding? You see, I've seen people who tell me the business is short term. How many of you have seen that the business is long term? I've seen people who tell me the business is short term. The business is short term. How? Do you know that even me deciding to sell my tokens, I'm providing more tokens in circulation? How many have understood that? Give me a yes if you have understood. When I claim my tokens and I sell my tokens, when I claim my tokens and I sell my tokens, and Peter wants to join the business, Peter will buy the tokens that are in the market at any price. I don't care. But what has the business, what have they done? They have decided to start banning the tokens that are getting into circulation. How many of you are now understanding? Apart from you claiming your tokens and selling my tokens, they have decided now to say, let's create an ecosystem that reduces the supply of these tokens in the market. Give me a 2 if you are now getting it clear. So when you supply the tokens in the market, yes, for you, you sell. If someone wants to participate, they buy the tokens in the market. That is one way. Number 2, the ONF has also started a new way to also reduce the supply, the tokens that are getting into the market by banning them. It means that who will benefit from this business? Is it a person thinking short term or is it a person thinking long term? Because the banning of the tokens will not be effective immediately. Yes, they're reducing the circulation, but the effect will not be felt immediately. The effect will be felt in the long term because of the continuous banning of the tokens. Give me a yes if it is clear. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. So basically, banning the tokens will create a long-term value. But here comes the question. When someone earns their token, does Oracle refuse them to sell their tokens? Does Oracle refuse them to earn their profit? The answer is no. So it is us, the people who are earning the tokens, that are affecting the price. Give me a 1 if it is clear. It is us who are earning the tokens that are selling the tokens on the market. Eh? It is us who are selling the tokens. But as long as the tokens are being burnt, in the long term, the value will keep going high. Is the concept clear? That is the concept of Oracle. Yes, it has other ingredients that I would talk about, but I want to keep it very clear for someone. Every business model in cryptocurrency, it has its own way in how tokens come into circulation. Now here, your reason of participating is to get more tokens. And these tokens, you can sell them anytime. Nobody even here. You see, my days are about to get over. I'm remaining with 4 days here, 3 days here. For example, if we take this example here, by the end of the call, by the next 3 days, which will be my salary for this month, I have so far earned 49 tokens. But let me take you to a calculator. I invested 229. 229. It means by the end of the month, I will have 286 tokens. Let's go to a calculator. Let's go to a calculator. I bought these tokens at $20 and I bought 229. It means that I invested 4,580. By the end, I'll have 286. Let's go by 18. Will I be at a loss? Will I be at a profit? Let me know in the chat. Will I be at a loss or will I be at a profit? Even when the price goes down, let me know in the chat. Will I be at a loss? Now, how many of you? By then it was at 20. I don't care. I can go with your price. Let me say I bought 229. It was at 20. Okay, let me sell 286. 286 at 18. Let's go. 229. You said 30. That was the price. Okay, I bought at 30. That was the price. Then I get 286 when it is at 18. Okay, the difference is that it will be $5,148. If I want to get more money than I invested, I just needed to leave these tokens, stay in for a longer period of time. Instead of me claiming these tokens, let me just get it here. Instead of me claiming these tokens at 30 days, because you are saying it was 30, by then it was 20. It's me who invested my money. But let me say I bought at 30. For me to get more money than I invested, I just don't need to claim anything, and I leave these tokens for more time. If I was claiming them at 30, I'll claim them at 3 months. I leave them, I don't touch them, 229. They will still give me, because the goal of the business is to earn more tokens. Do we connect? Give me a one if you connect. The longer period I go, the more tokens I get. How many of you connect? How many of you connect? The more, because the business is all about getting more tokens. What if I claim my capital and leave? Even if I don't remove anything, even if I don't do any, even if you claim your capital and the tokens remain, they will still give you reward. How many of you have understood? How many of you have understood? Because the business is not about the price. If I want to make more money, I just leave my tokens there. Then they generate more tokens. How many of you connect? Let's get in here. Then he says 15%. Me who has a mouth, why should I pay 15%? Me, I will never pay 15%. You see? I am earning more tokens. Let me check. I have not checked my tokens for a long period of time. For a long period of time. I'm not checking. But how many of you have basically been able to understand that if I want more tokens, I just leave these tokens to stay for a longer period of time? Because when I stay for a longer period of time, the price of the token does not get affected. I am not affected by the price of the token. Is the message clear? Give me a yes. I wanted everybody to understand the business concept, but this doesn't say that the burning mechanism will not work. So you can take your profit anytime. You can still be able to keep your tokens for a longer period of time so that you can make more money. Okay? So that is the business concept. It is not like any other business concept in crypto whereby you are focusing on the price of the token. So here comes my biggest question. Although we want to make more money by keeping the price, but I want to tell you one thing, the price will only remain stable, or the business will work for those who can think long term. Hello? Is the message home? If your mindset is short term, then you will not be able to benefit from the burning of the tokens. You will not be able to benefit from all this ecosystem of utility that is being created. But you still have a choice to claim your profits and to claim part of your capital that is claimable and sell it at any time you want. Unless there is a question about that. But that was my main approach of business today. That's what I wanted to talk about. Those of you who are following, I think one of the leaders needs to post back the 5 different ways how they are banning the tokens. And with that, there are 5 different ways. I may not go into that today, maybe tomorrow. 5 different ways on how they are banning the tokens in circulation. All that said and done, unless there are questions, but I think maybe tomorrow I can go deep into how tokens are being banned. But I believe the banning is a long-term effect. It's not something that we'll be able to work out today or immediately. Thank you so much, everybody. And if no questions, I wish you a good day.